How to make belts for your action figures, number 3. This is the third video on how to make belts for your action figures. Tools you'll need for this project. You'll need super glue, wire cutters, a awl, needle nose pliers, scissors, and a pair of pliers. Supplies you will need for this project. You'll need some leather pieces or vinyl and some jumbo paper clips. You could also use smaller paper clips if you wish. You'll want to begin by selecting one of your paper clips. Using your pliers, you'll bend the center out and position your pliers just a little bit below this bend here. And make a sharp bend in your paper clip, creating a P shape. Then with your wire cutters, you'll cut off the extra wire here where the bottom leg meets the other wire, and then here at the bottom of the wire that you just bent. This will give you sort of a D shape, or like a D ring. Now back to the extra paper clip you have left, you'll cut off this longer section, or the straight section, and then we're going to use our needle nose pliers and create a smaller P shape, or another loop at the end of the paper clip. You don't want this too big. Just need a little bit. And you want to leave it open a little bit so you could slide it into the straight part of your D-ring that you just created. Then you'll use your pliers to bend this together. So now we have a straight piece connected to our D-ring, and you'll see that it's starting to make it look like a buckle. Then you could cut off the extra wire that extends past the loop of your D. So now you should have something that looks like a buckle. I like to make sure that the smaller loop is straightened. There you go. You have a buckle shape. Just set that aside for now, and we're going to work on this strip of leather. You want to go down about 1 inch of your strip of leather, or in this case it's vinyl, and poke a hole through the middle of it. The tongue of your belt buckle is going to fit through that hole. So push that tongue of your belt buckle through the hole, and then the loop of the flat portion of your D-ring will go through that loop. So it should end up looking like this. Then you could add glue of your choice. In this case, I like to use super glue. Hot glue would work just as well. And with the super glue, I like to take a pair of pliers and just pinch it together just for a little while, just to get the glue to set and create a strong bond. And there we go. I can set that aside and let it dry. Now we need to make a holder for the belt. So we're going to make a small loop using more paper clip. You want to make sure it's long enough to keep the belt tucked in, not too long. So make a few small bends, and you're just going to make a small loop. As you can see there, I'm measuring it. I'm just going to use the tip of my needle nose pliers and make a small bend in the wire. And make a few other little bends. So you should have something that looks like this. And just cut off the extra wire. And this little loop will slide onto the belt, and it will keep the belt tucked in. Could probably even put this bit in with the under the part that you super glued in if you wanted to. I kind of like it like this. Now you could try it on your action figure for size and finish it up. You could add a few other holes in here to make it tighter or looser as you want. That way it could be swappable between multiple action figures. You could also use a X-Acto knife if you don't have a pointy end like this one. And this one will tuck into that loop we just made. So we'll keep the belt tucked in. And there we go. You could also create a small bend in the end of the tongue part. This will help keep it tucked in. This one, that way it'll lay flat, and this one is already done. This one I haven't done yet, but you could just create a small bend in the very tip of it, like this. And this will keep it from catching on to things. Gives it more of a finished look too, I think. You could also use like like flat shoelaces. I've seen that done before. Here's where I've created multiple holes in the belt. If you don't have it, you could use a sharpened nail or even an X-Acto knife, a sharp X-Acto knife. These belts are super easy to make. They only take it a little while to make it. It doesn't take very long. Hey, why I got you here. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing and click that like button. I'd really appreciate it. It helps this channel out. Sometimes if you cut the belt too short, it's hard to get through that little loop. But that's okay. You could also use a flat blade of a screwdriver to push it through here. I think I made this loop a little bit too small. Also, to give it a more finished look, you could round the end of the belt like this. Just give it a little round shape. You can make it pointier if you wanted to. That would also work. Gives it more of a finished look. So this is belt number 3. I showed you how to make a simple belt buckle with a button, and now this belt, or this belt. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at it, or appreciate you watching. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing and click that notification bell so you don't miss out. I upload new videos every Sunday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Don't forget to collect, inspire, and create. See you in the next one.